Hey anyone, I'm Hawk, and today I want to talk about Assassin's Creed Shadows. So, I've been going through old AC games again lately, trying to beat the ones that I didn't beat the last time I played them, and I've been trying to fight my excitement for Shadows. That fight has failed as of late, and I'm honestly scared it'll just be another giga disappointment. AC has had some serious highs and desperate lows. No matter who you ask, everyone seems to have a different opinion on where those highs and lows are. I personally think that AC is in a new place. A place different from the old games, but not entirely shitty. I think people ride the hate train just because it's popular, but nobody can deny that AC is still an incredibly financially strong franchise. They always sell well, no matter who bitches about it pre- and post-release. Before I get into my thoughts on this, I want to address some of the dumb shit I've seen people talk about in regards to Shadows. One, though I love history, I don't fucking care that Yasuke was a retainer of Nobunaga. If the game wants to make him a samurai, it really changes nothing. AC has never been more about accuracy than fantasy. It's mostly a fantastical retelling of history. That's not to say there's no good history in these games. I mean, you could still learn some things if you have it in you to look up people or events you see through the franchise. But I think people are making an absurd deal about Yasuke being a samurai, or even just being in the game. Personally, I think it's just because of racists. I know some people truly care for the sake of historicity. That's fine. I get that. But let's be real. Most of them just don't like that a black dude is in Assassin's Creed. If you're in that camp, fuck you. And two, I don't care that you play as a woman. I do think it's a bit strange that the canon main character of the last 3 AC games have been women, but I think it works for Shadows, both in terms of historicity and just in general. I think Naoe will be dope as fuck, and I'm excited to see what she can do. What I'm looking forward to most with Shadows is the setting. Yeah, we got the best game of all time, Ghost of Tsushima, and we all know, no matter how much you love AC, that it will never come close to that game. But it's still cool to see another assassin, sneaky, stabby game set in Japan. I'll always love that. The world seems big, allegedly as big as the map from Origins, but not as bloated as the map in Valhalla or Odyssey. I think that may turn out just right. Origins was pretty damn big, and could feel a little bloaty, and kinda empty in a lot of spaces, but I appreciate the nature and walking through places, just taking my time and absorbing my surroundings, so that sounds like it's going to be a big part of Shadows, and I'm excited for that. I also really love how bloody the game is. I'm a gorehound, I've said it before, I'll say it again. I want blood in all games where it's applicable, and Shadows looks like it will deliver. The ragdolls look better than the last few games, too. They kinda suck usually, and that's probably still the case, but I'll take any improvement, and it looks like they kind of improved. I think the visuals are stunning, and every shot or clip that I've seen has been inarguably beautiful. Visuals don't make the game, but they sure as hell help. But on that note, I'm very worried about optimization. Game optimization from AAA studios has been fucking dog shit lately. The best example I could think of at the moment is Dragon's Dogma 2. Now, I have a PC. It's got an RTX 3090, an Intel i9, a fuckload of RAM, and 2 SSDs. I run in native 4K with my monitor. That's 3840 by 2160. And I could chew through most games at max graphics settings. Some newer games I have to turn down shit like Shadows, among other things, but I don't mind that at all. I'll take 4K at 60 FPS over like mildly better visuals. It's shit you don't even notice anyway. But AAA games have been god-awful for the most part. If it's not just plain stupid optimization, it's weird one-off shit like with Space Marine 2, where higher-end Intel CPUs were basically exploding before a patch they did just shortly after launch. Now, thankfully in their case they did patch it, and fast, so I got to play that game and I love it. But most of these studios just don't give a shit. Starfield runs like shit for the most part, and what was their response? Get a better PC. Dragon's Dogma is literally unplayable for most people, and they have yet to even fucking address it. And I'm very scared Shadows may be in that camp. Shadows doesn't let you turn off ray tracing. Ray tracing is beautiful, and it really changes the look of shit. I love it, but I don't need it. Just like I don't need HDR. I don't want the game to run like ass just because Papa Yubi thought it'd be a good idea to force ray tracing on everyone. That has me very concerned. Outside of that, it seems like there's always a risk of the game running like shit today anyway. I think I'm more anxious about that than anything else, really. I also don't like that there is zero social stealth. This was confirmed by the devs. Do you remember the very first game? Have you ever played the very first game? Your mentor, Al-Mualim, goes over the core tenets of the Brotherhood. What is number 2? Spoiler alert, it's hide in plain sight. Hide in plain sight. Well, in Shadows, we won't be able to hide in plain sight, and that's a fucking shame, especially for a game that's claiming to, quote, return to its roots. Maybe it's stupid, but the lack of social stealth in more recent AC games has been pretty upsetting to me. Yeah, creeping around on rooftops is fun and all, but there's some skill and amazing fun to be had in walking up to your target and taking them out in front of everyone. Getting close while staying totally unseen, yet not doing anything that could even raise suspicion. That's true AC shit. That's the shit I miss. Hell, this was such a core part of older AC games that they didn't even have the ability to crouch. Let's admit it though. AC will never be the same, and that's not entirely a bad thing. We have 2 eras of AC games, the old and the new, or the OG and the RPG. This new RPG era isn't nearly as bad as everyone likes to say. I think the RPG era benefits from better tech, allowing for more detailed and open worlds than we could have ever seen in old AC games, and there's a lot of stuff that you may not even know that you noticed in the newer games, but I promise your brain noticed it. For instance, the sound design in new AC is fucking impeccable. It's some of the best and most detail-oriented sound design I've ever heard in a game. Every material you walk on has its own sound. Every environment you're in has its own effect on that sound. Every little thing both you and all NPCs are doing around you is mapped out audibly, and I really appreciate walking through crowds and hearing the native language of the land being spoken by everyone around you. Markets sound like markets. Hallways sound like hallways. Ambient nature sounds beautiful. It's perfect. I fully expect this will apply to Shadows, maybe even improve. I hope it improves. Sound is half of the immersion. If the sound is wrong, it's very easy for us to be taken out of the experience, and that level of attention to detail goes far beyond the sounds in these games. The places you visit in modern AC games feel real, feel lived in or beyond ancient. They feel alive. Not many game studios have pulled that off. Yeah, there's some bugs. Yeah, there's some shitty writing. Yes, they have flaws, but there's a ton of good there. And if it's not your thing, that's fine, but it is mine. I don't think they're perfect, but I can't say I'll stop playing them anytime soon, and the sales numbers seem to agree. AC has always been a game franchise that does things most others don't. It's not perfect, its stealth is questionable, its AI is stupid, the gameplay is bloated as hell lately, but god do I love them. I absolutely love them, and that's okay. For every negative they have, there's something positive that keeps me around anyway. It's like an abusive relationship, and just like real life, it's hard to get out. I feel like that's where most people are with most franchises. A lot of older franchises are that way now. I just hope at the end of the day that AC Shadows has enough good to feel like it was worth it. Anyway, there are my ramblings on AC Shadows and Assassin's Creed in general. If you liked it, like the vid, and if you think I'm some UB dick-riding asshole, then dislike the video and tell me why. I really want to hear that. Thanks for watching.
Hey, thanks for watching.
Give us a like if you enjoyed it, and dislike it if you didn't.
Let us know what you think about the channel.
And don't forget to subscribe.
Tell your mom.